Many people in Boston used faith to get through the trauma of last week's deadly bombings. So did the people of West Texas after that fertilizer plant exploded. Joel Osteen is senior pastor of America's largest church. It's called Lakewood Church in Houston. Joel Osteen and his wife are here. Victoria is a co-pastor there as well. Good afternoon. Good morning, Osteens. It's good to see you.
Good morning.
I want to start with you, Joel, because you say that every day is a gift from God. I think those words are so hard to believe right now to the people in Newtown, Connecticut, in Boston, and certainly in your state of Texas.
Well, I see that, maybe the opposite, Gil, in the fact that look how quickly life was taken away. I think we have to appreciate each day as a gift because we don't know, we don't have a guarantee of tomorrow. And our hearts break for those people, and there's no great words to tell them.
But how do you do that, Joel, when you're in such pain, to look at it as a gift? Concretely, what do you say? What do you say exactly? What are the words you use?
What I tell people that have just lost a loved one, that God still has you in the palm of His hand. Many times there's not the right words. A lot of times I'll just sit with them. You weep with those that are weeping. I do encourage them too. You've got to take it one day at a time, because you get up and you think, I can't go on for another 6 months. But can you do it for 24 hours? And God will give you mercy, the grace for every season.
It was nice to see in Boston that interfaith service that the president attended and spoke at. What do you think about that gathering, and why religion becomes such an important point of healing after a tragedy?
Well, I think many people, you want to turn to their faith. You want to turn to something bigger when you don't understand something. And I think it's great that the whole community can come together, put down all the, the different things that separate us, and just, I believe there's a time of healing when we come together like that.
Mm-hmm. Why does it take such a tragedy, though? Why couldn't it be, I always wonder when we have such a terrible tragedy, you see all the different faiths. Victoria, why isn't that we don't behave this way ahead of time? Do you know what I mean?
I understand exactly. It seems like when something large happens that's out of our control, that's when we kind of have to come together. And I think that's the way it is. That this was so out of our control that everyone had to cling to one another. And there's such a healing that takes place when you have that support. And, I believe that when, sometimes when we're out of control, we have to let God be in control, whether we like the situation or not. And I just say to the people who have lost their lives or their children, it's like, don't run from God at this time, run to God, because I like to say it like this: your loved one is with God. And if you want to be close to your loved one, run to God, because that's the closest that you're going to be.
And what's the place for forgiveness?
Well, I think it's important. I think it's hard to forgive right at the first, especially when you've lost someone. But I think over time you have to let it go, because it just poisons your own life. I always encourage people, Charlie, this sounds hard, and I haven't been through what they've been through, but you can't let one event ruin the rest of your life.
I think about the Richard family, though. Their 8-year-old son is dead. Their other daughter is missing a leg. The mother is still in the hospital with a serious head injury. How do you forgive these boys who did that to your family?
Well, forgiveness, really, this is the truth, is for ourselves. You're not forgiving or excusing what they did, but you are releasing yourself from bitterness. You're releasing yourself from heartache. And so I really believe that forgiveness is for us. And so that's where you have to draw the line. You're not saying, I forgive you because it's okay. I forgive you so I can go on.
Does everybody deserve forgiveness? I wrestle with that question. Does everybody?
Well, I think, again, Gail, you have to say, I'm doing it for me, because I need my emotional energy. So if I've got this anger and hate and pain that I'm holding for somebody else, that's emotional energy that I can't get to my family and to my own dreams. And it doesn't make sense in our mind to forgive somebody that's caused us that kind of evil. But you got to say, you know what, I'm doing it for myself.
All right, Joel and Victoria Osteen, nice to see you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.